In today's video, we're going to be looking at the Sony Cybershot DSC-P120 from 2004. It's got all of the elements to probably be one of my favourite Cybershots in the range, well, on paper anyway, so it's going to be interesting to take it for a little spin and see how it does. Today we'll just be having a closer look at the camera, and I will be showcasing some images on a lovely summer's day here in Britain. I've just gone out for a nice little walk with the camera, and then at the end of the video I'm going to give it a functionality and a nostalgia rating, so stick around to see how it does. Now, there's a few reasons why this Cybershot could be one of my favourites from the range. One of the main reasons is that it is the predecessor from the Sony Cybershot DSC-P200, and that was the first Cybershot I picked up. It's a beautiful little camera. I'd recommend it if you can go out and get one. I'm not sure if I've done a video on one. If I haven't, I definitely will. But this one is its predecessor and comes in at 5.1 megapixels. The P200 was 7.2 megapixels. So I'm hoping that this gives it an even more digicam nostalgic feeling with the images, but obviously you'll see them in a few moments as I take the camera for a walk and get some pictures. Another reason is bizarrely that it reminds me of the Sony PSP gaming console thing, portable console. If you ever had one of them, you'll know what I mean. It's got the same look and feeling, and even where it says Cybershot, there's like this sort of rainbow colourful glow when you put it in the lights. But enough of the aesthetics, let's go and get some pictures and see how it does. Let's go.
I'd say see you later. If I thought I'd see you later, and I'd tell you that I loved you if I did. It's so strange deciding how to feel about it. With such strange emotion, standing there beside it. I'm home with moonlight on the river, saying my goodbyes. Home, there's moonlight on the river, everybody dies. See you next time. If I thought there were a next time. Easy conversation ain't exactly where we're at.
I've had a lot of fun with this camera, and I hope you enjoyed those images. Bear in mind that it was the hottest day in England this year so far, so it was very bright, and I was a little bit worried that the photos were going to be too overexposed because it was that really harsh sunlight, and I just wasn't sure how the camera was going to deal with that. So I did mess around with a few of the photographs using my nostalgia presets. I haven't shown them yet. I will show you them just after I go over a little bit more on the camera and drop a few of the specs. I just think my presets make the images look a little bit less harsh. Obviously, as I said, it's a very bright day, and they seem to deal with that and make the photographs look very aesthetically pleasing. So stick around to see them in just a moment. But my first impressions of the camera are that it is very fun to use and very easy to use. I shoot on automatic mode. I get asked in many of my videos what settings I use to get these pictures. Literally just shoot on automatic mode, because then I think it gives you guys a fair chance to know what the camera can do in its basics form, and then if you used to go out and buy one, you can then mess around with the manual settings and get the images how you want them to look. And now I'll just run over some specs of the camera. It features a 5.1 megapixel CCD sensor, a 3x optical zoom Carl Zeiss lens, and a 1.5 inch LCD display on the back. It shoots VGA video at 30 FPS. I'll show an example on the screen now. I would have got more video, but I was just in a more photographic mood, if that's even a thing. I was just enjoying the sunshine and taking pictures, to be honest. And the camera has a maximum ISO of 400, and it uses a Memory Stick Pro for storage. If you're curious to know how I transfer my photos to my modern devices, being my laptop and phone, etc., and also how I make my video files into MP4, because these old video files are not MP4, and not everybody knows that when they get these cameras. I do have a couple of videos on my channel explaining how I do both of these things. Now we've got the boring stuff out the way, I would love to show you my nostalgia presets. I really do believe that they enhance these images, but only specifically because it was a bright, very harsh sunlight on the day. It's obviously not the best day to probably go out and take pictures, but utilising my presets, they seem to add a bit more life to these images, bring down the highlights, and really add a nice vibe. I have these 4 go-to presets that I like to use. I made them obviously with the old digital cameras in mind. I don't want it to take away the fact that it was taken on an old digital camera, so I still think they hold a little bit of that noisiness in the shadows and still have that digicam vibe. The ones that I was using for these photos are called Dawn Chorus and Teleharmonic, because they are specifically made for sunny, brighter days. And then I do have 2 other presets that I haven't shown here called Dex Dark and Idiotech that I will typically use on a more overcast, or if I'm going for like a moody, dark, mysterious vibe with my image. So yeah, I'm just really happy with how these images turn out, both how they came out of the camera, bearing in mind it was a very bright day, and also the way that they interact with my presets. So if you are interested in downloading these presets, I have a link below where you can go to my website and download them. Via that link, you can also join the Camera Nostalgia Club's Discord community. There's a few of us in there. We love sharing images and talking about these cameras, but would love to have more of you to build the community. And you can also enter into the monthly gallery that I host on my website. And to conclude the video, I'm going to give you a functionality rating and a nostalgia rating. The functionality rating is based off of how easy or how hard the camera is to use and the functionality of it. I'm going to give this camera an 8 out of 10. It would have been a 10 out of 10, but the scroll menu wheel, as handy as it is to have there, and actually the reason why the rating is so high is because of that, the handiness of it being there, it's also a little bit of a hindrance because I kept on accidentally turning it every time I got it out of my pocket. Might be because I've got a big thumb, but that is annoying, so that takes 2 off of the rating. And I'm going to give this camera a 10 out of 10 for the nostalgia factor. Going back to what I said at the start of the video, it just feels like an old bit of kit from the early 2000s, exactly what it is. It's not trying to be something more, and I feel like the images and the video footage really take you back to those times. So that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you do enjoy this content and want to see more, please drop a subscription to the channel, then you'll see my videos pop up on your feed. And also, if you have any recommendations or cameras that you want me to use, please just drop me a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.